another couple quarters of that.
We're gonna have to. We'll have to start talking about the puppy now. Yes, we'll get the name for that puppy here. All right, London closed, come and gone. We got like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Fatima, Portugal. Dude, that Cristiano Ronaldo goal was insane. That was so cool. I was so happy to see that. Then he took him out. Anyways, yeah, we got 23 minutes here in fast markets. When JD's ready, come on in. Bring him in. We got some more stats.
Dre, speaking of names, dog names, I got a very, very interesting name.
Hold on,
my
JD.
Wife.
Hold on, Michael.
Yes,
hold on, Michael.
JD.
Let's bring JD in here. JD can hear my wife. JD, come on in. We'll talk about Michael's dog and the name for it. Come on in, JD.
Dying to hear this name. All right, guys. Here are your funded trader. Oh, we're starting with call-ups. All right, here we go. We've got Jian from Taiwan. Closed out a pair of 50K XFAs, took a $9,500 total payout from those two XFAs, and now sitting on a $4,000 starting balance in that live funded account, trading the micro NASDAQ. Nice job, John. We'll be hearing more from you, I'm sure. Next up, we've got Jesse. Closed out a single 150K XFA. Over the course of that account, took a total of $9,224 in payouts and rolled $3,600 into that new live funded account. Took a $3,500 closing XFA payout and rolled another $3,600 into the live account for that starting balance. Big shout out to these both of these traders, Jesse and Gian, starting off in their new live funded accounts very, very soon. All right, we've got funded trader hot streaks. Say again?
Yeah. The 3,600 in their starting account, did they get called up sooner? Do you know anything about that? Called up sooner? They get multiple. You take 5 payouts, you call yourself up.
Yep.
And you're still starting. I mean, they already took 9,000 out, and you're still starting with a hefty downside because your balance is your downside. So just think about yourself passing the combine. If you come out of that, that's kind of how I always tell people to look at it. But go ahead.
Right. That 9,200 was 9,200 payouts was over the lifetime of that XFA, so it wasn't a single payout. And again, took 3,500 final payout when they closed that XFA. So took that.
They said it.
Got their 5 payouts and rolled into the live account. That's what happened with.
Nice.
Jesse.
I like that.
All right, funded trader hot streaks. I'm gonna whip through these real quick.
Leon?
Here they are.
Where's Leon? Come on, Leon.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at Leon, Michael.
This is a different Leon, though. A different Leon than what we had a couple weeks ago. That Leon, the 56-day Leon, ended up blowing that XFA. Took a total of $50,000 in payouts from that account, though. His hot streak ended at 56 days worth just under $60,000. So yeah, took $50,000 in payouts from that account and then ended up hitting max loss limit one day. So that Leon has since faded off the list, but we've got a new Leon who's doing very well. No change to this list from Friday. Sebastian still on top, made $289 trading the MNQ. Now at 57 days, we're at $21,442. Our new Leon, 40 days, worth $29,807, made $1,100 trading the NQ on Friday. Daniel B made $209 trading the NQ on Friday, 36 days worth $15,629. Michael S, $365 trading the micro S&P, 36 days worth $11,723. And Chowdhury, $221 trading the micro NASDAQ, now at 34 days worth $15,114.
JD, keep this up. JD, is this everybody on here of $200 or more consecutive, or can you have a loser between that? No. It's $200.
So what we do know is you have to have a minimum of 5 days of $200+ in profits. So if they miss a day, if they go down to $50 or something, then they're off the list until they get another string of 5 winners, and then they're back out. Make sense?
So this is really, really good trading. Okay, cool.
So all these traders have been on a consistent string of $200 plus winning days for a minimum of 5 days. Minimum of 5.
Okay.
All right, Eddie. You know what I want to hear?
Oh, that big board. Where that big board at? Give me that big board. Yeah.
Holy cow!
There is your big board. Top 25 live funded traders here at Top Step. Little mix up in the top 5. Names are the same on the top 5. They just shifted around a little bit. Remember, Spy Gig 1991 was in 3rd place on Friday. She has moved back into 2nd place.
Yes.
KJ Future still sits at the top. CFT 0718 took that $180,000 payout last week. Moved from 4th up to 3rd. Todd S dropped from 2nd down to 4th. And Coach DBA, who has been here in Fast Markets with us all morning, that's Coach Dakota, still sitting in 5th place. No change to the list at all for the rest of the top 12. In 13th place, we've got Joshua M., who was just on our P&L list, took that nice $45,000 payout on Friday. Big shout out to Joshua, number 13 on the big board. Another all-star in the top 25. We've got Wazrak down there in 19th place, sitting on a nice $137,440 total take. And we round out the top 25 with Jason F. down there. Heads up, if you're looking to break into the top 30, minimum total take to break into the top 30 traders here at Top Step is officially $100,000. Top 30 traders are all
Top
in 100K plus territory.
Awesome.
Wow.
Top 30 live funded traders. All right, there it is, folks. That's your big board. Get your cameras ready. Take your screenshots. We're going to keep it up. Oh, you had your chance. Your chance is now passed.
You can rewind.
Nice.
There you go.
All right.
Make sure you tag Top Step when you post on social. Rewind. Kill the stream. Rewind. All right. There's your big board.
Thank you, JD. Let's take a look at these markets. Crude, $65.02. Got Coach J, head coach of the Lunatics, head coach, star of At the Buzzer. I'll see him on opening call. See him all over the place. You'll see him in Chicago, June 18th. We'll be at Woody's. Let's trade $65, even call it. Dakota's still short the NASDAQ from 856.
I am now flat.
Okay.
It was a 1-to-1 trade. Risk 15 points. I just got stopped out for plus 15 points. And yeah. That's
Awesome.
it.
Jack,
Nice trade.
no trades in the house for S&Ps. Nothing.
I just wanted to buy it, and we haven't had enough of a pullback to anything that interests me. Like, we only just barely tagged 6,000. I'd much prefer if it went through it and then went back. It's been tight range, man. Roll tight.
It is. And we'll remain patient. That's what Top Step TV is here for. Keep you out of trouble. So you'll take a trade just to feel something. All right, I'm going to put Michael back on the spot. Can you finish that thought? Your wife with the dog's name. Can you finish that thought before we went to the big board?
No, it's actually it's about us having another kid.
All right, hold on.
She's a name drop. No, this is the name that she goes. She's like, what about the name Dre? I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
She's like, Andre Dre. She's like, no, not spelled like that. I go, no. She threw that out there.
How would you spell it?
DR. It's like a new cool name that probably in her cool name book. I don't know.
Already a cool name. It's already good. Oh man. Thanks. Thank you, Mrs. Patak. Thank you, Mrs. Patak. I'll see you.
That was when we were talking names. I'm like, she's like, no, I really like it. It's got top one. DREHY or something. Dre.
DREHY?
We're not spelling it that way. Do not. Absolutely.
I think it's DREH. I think it's DREH. I don't know what it is.
Dre.
Canadian. Dre.
Next time I see Mrs. Patak, we're going to have some words. Hey, what's going on in Chicago? What's happening in Chicago, Rex Baba? Top Step meetup. Pin to the top of the chat. RSVP. 2-hour trader meetup. Jay will be there. Dakota will be there. Baron will be there. Top Step TV fan will be there. And also the Top Step family will be there. Marketing, support, tech, all its risk. You're going to meet everyone behind us that were fighting for you. The Army, Top Step Army, I call it. It's not just, the talking heads on here as well. All right, we got
who in chat's going? Who in chat here is going?
In chat, say me if we're going. Cannot wait to see. I did see some names.
Is there free?
Come on.
Is it free food? What do you got? $50 cover, Dre? What is it?
I mean, for you, it's going to be, we got you taken care of. It's the Top Step. We're all at the red carpet. Bar, of course.
LaShawn wants a photo. I kind of like this. A photo of everybody in height order.
You can come see how tall we are. Come see how tall or short we
Yeah,
really
that's
are
a big
in
one
real
for
life.
chat for some reason.
Yep.
How tall we are.
They're
Yes.
truthers.
Baron's
I tell
going
you-
to be the one. Gabe. Well, but yes.
Yeah,
James tall.
Baron's pretty tall. I know when I met you, MP, in Moab, I was pretty surprised how tall you were.
Yeah, remember we met each other in Moab? You were just brand new, and I think Top
I
Step
wasn't
TV
even
started?
trading. I was not even trading at Top Step yet. I was just
Oh.
a coach.
We met at the whatever that hotel bar is, and chatted. And like learned a lot about you, and you learned about me, and that's where the relationship started, guys.
Look at that. The
Moab,
rest is
Utah.
history.
Glad to have you on the Team Top Step here, doing trading God's work.
Just getting started. Just getting started.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, so we got coming back for this. We got the morning recap with Hogue. Stay tuned for that. Then we got trade with Top Step. New one. Cameron's going to be joining myself in Dolby Time. We'll get to know Cameron here. About 15, 20 minutes. I got Lunchbox trading with Coach Vince, Hogue, and JD. We got Top Quiz because it's a Monday. We got Top Quiz with Anne Marie and Eddie. We also got a VIP check-in coming up today for Season 3 draft coming up sooner than later. Then we got Rising Star Zamco joining Gabe and JD. Then to take us a Power Hour, Mohammed, myself, Dolby Time at the buzzer with Jay and Paul. And of course, Slow Markets. Who's going to be joining you on Slow Markets today? This evening, I should say.
That man right there at the bottom of the screen. Right. Jay. What's Jay? You're going to be joining me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think we might be on air a lot together this week, Dakota. But we'll see.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, we will. What we got here? 500 lot, 60.
Ray, speaking of joining, I gotta be departing. I have my kickoff meeting starting in 2 minutes.
Thanks for jumping on, man. Appreciate it. Again, real quick, Michael, from over the weekend, just a quick recap, if you don't mind. Nothing happens. Everything's secure. Everything's good. Nothing.
Yep, all those stuff. I'm not going to keep getting into it. I've already said it. We've said it as a company too. There's some bad actors out there that will say and try to do and try to. We'll tell you if we actually had a hack, but like everything that shows that we never got hacked into.
So, all right. Well, can you stay for 1 second? I guess we have some hard hitting news for you. So real quick, Gabe, come on in here. We got some hard hitting news. Michael, I want you to hear this real quick before you get out of here. These are the goods. Gabe, if you're ready to go, come on in.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, MP and team? We've got a couple stories I want to hit real quick with you. First up, now, if you didn't know, there was a pet zebra that escaped from his owner's home in Tennessee that was found near a highway just over a week later and was airlifted to a waiting trailer. Tim, you got the video for me. I would imagine this is probably the craziest ride the zebra will ever have in his entire life. And he's over here just doing it in circles.
What is going on?
He's probably like, what in the hell is happening?
How did I get That's a rough weekend.
Yeah.
That's your punishment.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Long flight to Africa.
I thought that was probably one of the most hilarious clips I've seen recently. Just the way he's spinning too, but
Told you, Michael.
Made it back to his owner's home safe and sound. All right. And next up, we got he doesn't live in Africa. He lives in Tennessee. We got Buc-ee's. If you ever heard of Buc-ee's, if you are a Southeastern here in the States, Buc-ee's is probably one of the best gas stations or truck stops you will ever run into. But there's a company that filed a copyright infringement lawsuit on a Goose Creek-based apparel company, Born United. Now, I'll tell you, this is probably the worst attempt at modifying a logo to avoid copyright infringement. They basically did not change the beaver whatsoever, dude. It's like a spitting image. They just took it, copy pasted, and then threw some military gear on them. So I don't know what they were thinking, but that's going after one of the largest, gas station corporations in the States.
It's like the owner of Buc-ee's. Is this what it's called? Had his kid do it, and his kid went online and grabbed something. Said, "Here, Dad, I got this." Either that, or you just trusted some marketing agency, and they go, "This is all original, man. Don't worry about it. Build your whole brand around it."
Selling clothing. I bet you, I want to know how much revenue they've already took in off of all that clothing. But yeah, I thought that was comical for the fact that they literally just copy and pasted it and threw some shit on top of them. But
thanks for staying, Michael.
Anyway, MP, I know you got to go to a meeting, so I'll let you get out of here. That's all I got for you. James will be back tomorrow for news, as always. But you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Aren't you
Yeah.
glad you stuck around, Michael? Aren't you glad you stuck around? Anyways,
Useless information. I love it. I
all
love it.
seriousness, yeah. Thanks for coming on, Michael. Always giving us the updates. We'll be seeing more of you throughout the week. Have a good rest of the day, Michael. Thanks.
Yep. You guys all trade well.
Alright,
Always trade for tomorrow.
Later.
alright.
There
Later,
we
Anthony.
go. There we go. Who we got here? We got Jack. We got Dakota. We got Jay. Caught up on these trades. 64.95 last trade in crew. Jay, you're short from 65 even. What are we looking
Yep.
to get? What are we looking for the downside?
Let's see what happens at VWAP. 64.75. That'll be about
64.
a 1-to-1 there.
All right, Dakota. Any price?
flat.
You got the flat 3-bar reversal. Didn't really get it. Just wait, right? What are your advice, thoughts, insight on how to stay out of trouble while this market just coils and waits for the next move?
Who, me?
Yes, you, my friend Dakota. Yes.
Me.
How do you stay
Andre?
patient?
Just one of the hardest things, right? It's
Yeah.
the biggest. One of the biggest fights as a day trader is we fight boredom. We're at a fight against boredom, and patience. I know there's a lot of poker analogies. It's really big in poker, Andre. Is you're in a battle against boredom just as much as you are in a battle against what you're actually doing. Like, we're fighting boredom here as traders a lot of the time, and same with poker. I mean, you sit there for hours and hours and hours just waiting and waiting for a good position. And it's the same with trading. You're sitting here for all this time. We're watching the markets. It's very tempting. Oak says it all the time. If you're looking for a trade, you're going to find it. And I fall victim to it a lot. I fall victim to, you guys see it on air, is where I'm on air. And when you're on air in front of thousands, you're tempted to place a trade to provide like entertainment or to see this. And I'm very tempted to place a trade. And not only until after the fact, you're like, God damn, what did I just do? Right? If I was more patient, I would have waited for confirmation, or I could have waited for this, or this or that. But it's the same thing. Patience pays. We got to learn how to fight that boredom, that urge to always have something on.
100%. Jack, any prices of interest? 60-12's the number. I mean, the rates are getting tighter and tighter. What you want to see us get
Yeah,
to
we're
where?
so-
Upside or downside? Just to see how we react to it in the S&Ps.
I would be interested if we break out at the top of this range,
what
or
price?
if we dip below 6,000. Top of the
What do you
range
th-
is like 60-18, 60-20. We've tapped that a bunch of times over the last couple sessions. We're pretty coiled in here. Tons of business transacting, but I don't want to buy it just here either. Like 60-10 is it's been just like a magnet.
Up here, 60-13. Yes, we are. We did see that pop up as 60-19. Pretty much follow through to the upside there. 500 lots coming in. We stay patient, all right? We got Apple event in 1 hour. Thank you, Marv Daly. That's why it feels boring. It's not necessarily boring. It's just we're waiting for new information to come in. So we stay locked in, hanging out here on Top Step TV with all the people coming through, learning different trading styles. Obviously, Dolby's coming up. We're going to meet Cameron as well. There is still opportunity. Just got to wait, be patient, and don't get caught, getting chopped up. So when you do get that profitable trade, you're not taking yourself out of the red. You're just adding to the green. So remain patient. Again, we got President speaking at 1 p.m. Central. So in about 2 hours from now, going to be at a Invest America roundtable. I'm not sure what that means, but when there's a microphone close nearby, you never know what's going to happen. So we're going to stay patient, stay locked in. Of course, we got Ho coming up, giving us some insight with morning recap. So we got that. And we got Colby, myself with Cameron, and we got VIP. We got another check-in coming up at some point today. And top quiz. You actually get 2 entries today if you play your cards right. Brandon in the chat says slow grind to 900. We got close within 10 points of that. His last trade, 21,840. 840 on the NASDAQ. 50-50 on the tilt. We did see 78, 77% long. up at the trading around 815, 818s in the Nasdaq. Didn't get that huge sell off, so that nothing really materialized from that. But yes, Cameron, a little bit more on Cameron. Sully Grown's XFA, 26 days completed and 2 payouts taken already. Let's see how he's done it. Good to meet Cameron. I do believe Cameron's making his debut on Top Step TV. Always awesome to meet new peeps coming on to Top Step. You know the question I'm going to ask. The first question I always ask, how'd you find Top Step? How'd Top Step find you? We always get new answers. Some say Chat GPT. Some say social media. Some say YouTube. So always awesome to hear each and everyone's story. All right, can we get a little push higher?
Order filled.
Half. You know, Jack's looking to see a test of the 60-20s in the ES. Still got 5 points to go there. NASDAQ follows suit. Looks like ES wants to be the leader if we're going to go higher here. I get through these 15s. Draft is not next
Andre.
week. Sir.
How did you find Top Step, or how did Top Step find you?
Well,
Great question.
Through a roommate?
I helped create Top Step. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, when I found Top Step, roommate, friend, sitting in the same office with the guy. It's, that's how I found Top Step. That's how Top Step found me. And here we are.
Okay.
Yeah. Hogan.
One of the first.
Eddie. Yeah, pretty much. That's how we found it. And here we are. There you go, Bear. Yep. I don't know if people do that. Yep. One of the looking for break down the barriers to the prop space, brick and mortars. Like, better way to do this. There's a better way to do this. So you can be in a Utah. You can be in a New York. You don't have to be in a big metropolitan city. You can do it. You can get access to it. So that's how it found me. That's how I found it.
Love it.
Yeah. How about that?
I just went to the career site. That's how I found it.
There you go. Yep. Everyone's got their story. Yeah. MP and I was many moons ago. Well, hey, when you guys come into the Trader House, I'll give you some stories about that's the very first Top Step office. So you'll see where it all went down, like Jeff Bezos, like his Bezos' garage.
Andre, I have a good one too about the person that had my role before I did. I don't know if I could share it on TV, but I'm thankful for them for
I believe I remember
not having a long tenure.
I remember that. Yes. Okay, sorry about. Thank you,
Jay, how'd you
Danielle.
find Top
I never. Yeah, Jay, how'd you find it?
Me? I think it was social media, maybe YouTube, Instagram, one of those two. I don't remember.
There we go.
A couple years ago.
We'll see how can.
And then we did a funded trader interview. That was good.
Yeah, we did.
And
Right.
I kept
That's how Top Step found me. Eddie
calling
did
your
a
ass.
funded trader interview with me.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Eddie.
That's Eddie,
Like
indeed.
stuff.
All right, we got Hogue coming up here. Eddie, well, hell, Eddie's one of the people that created it too. He was right next to Michael in the Dow pits, doing Squawk, E-Money, Kid Comedy, Hogue in the pits as well. So those are the pit guys. I was the electronic side. One big happy family, and look where we are now. All right, speaking of Hogue, we got him coming up with the morning recap right now. Marcus trying to make a little tick higher here. Shout out to Jay and Dakota. We'll see them on Slow Marcus this evening. Jack, great stuff as always. Stay locked in. We got the president coming in, supposed to speak. We got Top Quiz. Got another VIP drop in as well. Stay locked in. We're going to be Cameron on the other side of this. Top Step TV. Let's go. Stay locked in. There's money coming. Let's go.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass Top Step's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Top Step funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success. So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a Top Step funded trader today.
right, welcome to the morning recap. Happy Monday, everybody. So, two opening range trades, and we lennied both of them, and it actually ended up being a good thing. Markets are pretty subdued today. Not a lot of economic information. We know that we've got the FOMC meeting a week from this coming Wednesday. We've got the equities on the front edge of rollover. So there's a few things that are probably keeping these markets a little bit on the quiet side, I guess, a little bit. But there's always opportunities. Let's take a look at the opening range trade in gold. This is the 30-minute chart. We talked this morning about the fact that we got back up to
Order
this level
filled.
up here, which it was the 2-day island top. That was the reversal pattern that really has put us into this kind of range bound activity. Now, looking at where the market opened today, market opened with a small gap down below the range from Friday. We took the opening range trade long 33, 36, 30. And it paid us a little bit. We were looking for the market to get back into value from Friday and see the market continue to push up through value, which would have put us up a pretty considerable profit on that. Unfortunately, the market did come back basically to our entry. JD did get out of that trade, which was a good thing because the market did kind of come down to the level where our stop was sitting at. The stop was sitting at 33, 32, 30. So right about there. And it would have ticked us out. And then, of course, the market would go our way. So good job on that one. I think he pretty much got us out at break even on that one, where we are seeing the market continue to try and push higher. But in the bigger picture, folks, I mean, look at where we are in gold. This is the daily chart. We're right in the middle of the range, right in the middle of weekly kickoff high and low. You see money, take money in gold for the time being. Let's take a look at the opening range trade in crude oil, which actually gave us a pretty decent profit. We were looking for just a few more ticks, and sometimes that's the way the ball bounces. Market opened, closed the gap, session gap immediately. The opening range was left at the high of the regular trading hour session initially, which had us short 1CL 64.79. We were looking for the market to come down and check down to the low of value from Friday. I was looking at 64.30, 64.28 was where we had our bid in, stopped just short of that, and the market turned around and came back to our entry. And JD decided, you know what, and we're not going to lose money on this. Took it at a 5-tick profit, and it was a good idea because eventually that stop would have been taken out. Now we left the session with Jay still short one crude oil at 65, and finally it looks like he's getting a little bit of participation to the downside in his trade. I'm not sure if he is still in this trade. Jay, if you're still in this trade, let us know in the chat if you're still hanging around. Take a look at the S&Ps. Now, this is something Jay does, and he takes that first bar, the Globex first 30-minute bar, and he puts a box around it. The regular trading hour session barely has been outside of that first 30-minute bar from the Globex session last night. There weren't any trades taken in it, but I just wanted to show the market opened in range and in value. And when that happens, you'll probably hear me say quite a bit that better trade locations are likely to come later on in the session. Well, obviously the market opened, put in the low of value from Friday, pretty much the low. Put in a base there. There's a good trade location, probably the best trade location of the day, which was within the first 30 minutes. We did leave a failed upside auction above the initial balance high, right up against the overnight high, falling back into range, back into the initial balance. The market rotated back to settlement. Really just some kind of quiet rotational trades going And those are great days. Just because it's not trending, it doesn't mean that there's not money to be made. Very often, in the past, I've got really good at trading range bound days. The S&Ps will go through cycles where range bound days are really the rule. Maybe price will grind higher, but it'll be range day over range day over range day. So I used to call those cash register days, because you sell the high, you buy the low, you sell the high, you buy the low, you sell the high, you buy the low, until it doesn't work anymore. So you can have some really good days on those days. Now, Jay traded the Russell during the session today. I've got a little bit of
Order
information
filled.
for you here. I'm going to go to the 3-minute chart, and the market opened. It opened with a gap above Friday's regular trading hour session. Not going to go all the way back and to get that out for us. But Jay was, looking for a gap close. I don't think that the gap close actually happened, but he did take 4 full points on this trade. So a really nice, quick see money, take money trade on this one for Coach Jay. Now let's take a look at the NASDAQ. 30-minute chart. Market opens inside range, inside value. Better trade locations are likely to come after the open. Market leaves, puts in the initial balance low. This box, again, is that first 30-minute range, that first 30-minute bar on the Globex open last night. It took forever for us to even take a look outside of it, but maybe not forever, about 45 minutes. But the market, looked at that in the first 30-minute bar, put in the initial balance low. Let's take a look at the
Order filled.
3-minute chart here. So Jay was looking for a short, possibly on a failed breakout above the initial balance high. It did leave a degree of a failed upside auction up there. Took a short, ended up kind of just scratching that one. No problem there. Dakota saw a 3-bar reversal right there, got short one NASDAQ, 21,856, and was able to take about 15 points profit on that trade. So not excessively active during fast markets, but saw some pretty decent ideas, talked about some really good trade ideas, saw a couple of really
Order
good trades,
filled.
and there's a lot of day left and a lot of week left. So we've got Trade with Top Step coming up. We are going to be meeting Cameron H. Been steadily growing his express funded account with 26 days completed and already 2 payouts. Looking forward to meeting Cameron. Trade well the rest of the day. I will see you back here for lunchbox trading with JD and Coach Vince. Always good to see my guy, Coach Vince. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at the Trader
Order
Meetup
filled.
next week. Make sure you get your reservation in, and we'll look forward to having a couple of maybe, I don't know, Kentucky snow cones with y'all. It'll be a lot of fun. But stick around. Still so much to do on Top Step TV today. Again, Trade with Top Step coming up right after this. See you in a minute. Order filled.
All right, let's get right into it. Making his debut on Top Step TV with Trey with Top Step, the man in the middle from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Cameron in the house. I got my partner to the right. Dolby time as well. Let's get right into it. Cameron, you are in a trade. Tell us the position you are in right now on the NASDAQ. Then we'll get to know you a little bit more. Tell us your position.
I am too long with my entry at 2100, 759,
Right.
up around 300 right now.
Wow. Unrealized. Very good. Cameron Long. Two NASDAQ, 21,759.
Micro NASDAQ.
Oh,
Micro
micros.
NASDAQ. Sorry.
And then
Micros.
Qs. It's all good.
Thank you. Thank you. Last trade, 21,830.
Still a great
Cameron, welcome to Top Step TV. You're making a debut. First question I got to ask you. How did you find Top Step and how did Top Step find you, my man?
When I first started trading, you know, all of my social medias are filled with trading, trying to learn. And I constantly kept hearing about Top Step being the most trusted and the best prop firm to use, especially when you are beginning trading. And after kind of getting scammed at another prop firm, I was like, might as well switch over to Top Step. They're cheap, they're reliable. And then the sorry, the combines being $50 after blowing every single one of them just kind of kept pulling me in with how cheap they were.
Mhm.
So it's like I might as well keep going until I can pass a combine, get some payouts, fund my own live account.
Yep.
Nice.
The rest is history. Awesome stuff. All right, we'll let you
Rest is
manage this
history.
trade. 21,759. Dolby time. Let's get right into it, man.
What's up?
Range. Let's do it. Top
Mhm.
down. Take a look at that NASDAQ.
Yeah, let's. Let me remove all my stuff. Okay, so starting at the daily, I believe we do have a nice daily range starting about 21,500s. I believe we were trying to buy that on I think Thursday or
Mhm.
Friday, but our stop was too tight. But in
Very
hindsight, it
beef.
looked like a great trade. I think that was the day that Trump and Elon were beefing, Dre. I think
So it
that's when
was.
we tried bidding like
So it
550s
was.
and it went down to 500s. Anyways, I think the high of the daily range, 21,892. So how do you define range? Take a candlestick, look to the left. Do you have at least 3? If so, then you are in a range. And I would say we are in a range on the daily. Go down to the 4 hour. 4 hour range is a little bit higher up, 21,720s to 21,892s. Get down to the hourly, not really seeing a range. 30-minute, starting to see a little bit of a range actually. So we are getting a little bit of a stair stepping pattern here. So depending how bullish we are, this might actually be a nice area of support. So that'd be around 21,820s.
Mhm.
Down to 15-minute, nice 15-minute range as well, and then
Mhm.
5 minutes probably going to be range bound as well, and it is. So nice ranges today, to be honest. And Cameron, I actually think you did an excellent job grabbing your long entry at the bottom of sort of one range. So nice trade.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. Dolby time. So the 15-minute, what was that lower end on the 15-minute in the NASDAQ
Yeah,
range?
15-minute, 30-minute, about 820s. So we're like hovering around there right now, actually.
Huh.
But it was funny that all the big ranges are stuck around 21,000, let's say 900s. So, yeah, I mean, if we're bullish, this is actually kind of an interesting spot.
Okay, where would you define the risk on something? Where would the entries be? And
Ooh,
let's play this out because we're
yeah.
starting to see a little bit of pullback here.
Yeah, that'd be a good question, Dre, because we're kind of, if we were jacking the daily range high, and let's see, what's the middle? Actually, Dre, I think like 21,800s, I'd be kind of intrigued by. It's a little bit lower than our 819s. So I'd maybe set up our last buy at 805s with a stop at like 780s, which we can actually set up with some micros. Let's do that.
All right. While you do that, I'm gonna ask Cameron. Cameron, how'd you get? What made you get into the 759, 759? What'd you see? What's your setup look like and your execution? Take us through that.
So I don't know how you guys
Order
feel about
filled.
ICT concepts, but that's what I trade.
Chad has an
And this is my second trade of the day. My first trade was originally off of this 15-minute gap. That got stopped out pretty quickly until I saw that price wanted to come down to this gap, and it did very fast. And we saw a really strong rejection off the first initial hit. So I waited for price to come back down a little bit closer to the gap and just entered off that gap. I de-risked a lot since it was my second trade. Didn't want to risk losing more money. So I only entered 2 contracts and I just kind of set and forget at that point.
Set it and forget it.
Hey, those are nice trades to take.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
great trade.
Yes, it was.
You know,
What's
actually,
your
yeah.
What's your target? What's
Sorry,
your
go ahead.
upside target of something like this?
I don't really have a target. Every I'm blanking it right now, man.
All good. All good.
Any
You don't have a
upside
you don't
The
necessarily have a
price range.
yeah, you don't have a target. All good. What are you looking for? Do you trail the stop? What are you working in order right now to the upside? Or are you just long? You say set and forget.
I am just long and I'm praying. I've
You
noticed
did
that a
forget,
lot of
Trey.
big
Did
Yeah.
forget.
He has no
Yes.
idea. That's right. Set and forget it. Like, I don't know where my take profit.
I like that. Yes, good job.
That's just yeah, that works.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: how do you know when to get out of a trade, Cameron? How do you know when to get out of this?
Usually I really rely on my market edge. what my edge is telling me is going to happen. Like right now, I'm seeing market is wanting to push down, but the gap we're in right now seems to be holding it from doing that. We've seen a couple of wick downs, but any candle that has gone significantly down has gotten pushed up. If I see a candle close below that gap, I'm out. But we're holding strong.
Order
right
filled.
now. Don't know how long I'll be in this trade for. Hopefully not all day. But
what if
I just rely on market edge
what
a
if it just
lot.
keeps on going up though? Is that okay if it's all day?
Oh, it's wonderful. I usually like to be in a trade for like maybe 2 or 3 hours max, but I'll be fine if I'm going green all day.
Yeah. Man, I gotta say, I took a look at your XFA account, and you're doing an excellent job managing it. You got 26 traded days. Looks like you're taking it seriously. Your risk reward is well within balance. You're not trying to YOLO. You're putting up great base hits. You're taking payouts out of the account. I mean, it looks like you're doing everything right with that account. Is that kind of your approach? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I want to scale this account and copy trade it and use all
Hmm.
those accounts to fund a live account. But the statistics on this account definitely not where I want them to be. When I got my
Okay.
first payout, I definitely got a little cocky and started completely forgetting my model and all of my rules. Almost blew the account. I was like $150 away from blowing it. That's kind of when reality just slapped me. I was like, I got to start following my model. I got my first payout. I'm not moving to buy in 2 months. It's not going to happen. I got to.
You were 150 away from blowing the account, and you saved it.
Oh yeah, I saved it somehow.
Hey, let's go. Somehow.
Yeah.
That's
Love it.
amazing,
That's
man.
That's jab, jab, jab. Cameron, got to ask you, what does it look like when Cameron gets cocky? Take us through that.
Ooh,
What's it sound like?
I lose a lot of money. I'm just I look at the markets. I was like, oh, this is very obviously going to go up. Like I'm going to enter 7 contracts.
Oh boy, yep.
$700 stop loss. I don't even have to worry about it. It's bad. It's
Wow. So oversizing, right? That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
The word
Traditional.
obvious. Yeah, the word obvious. That's how you know. It's
Word
obviously going to do this.
obvious, yeah.
Obviously going to do that.
That's exactly right, Trey.
Marcus got a
Those are-
great way of knows how to check your ass sometimes. Nothing can humble you better than the markets. But we've been there. We've been there. But you also tasted success. So you know you can do it, Cameron. Obviously, maybe you saw, like you have the crystal ball. Market checked you a little bit. All good. Now you're back in it. So let's get in this. Nice trade, nice entry there. We got gold continue to push higher here. 33.55 new highs in gold. Up and to the right. Keep an eye on that. We're seeing a couple tweets coming out from the president. It's talking about what was happening in Los Angeles. Keep an eye on that. President is scheduled to speak in a couple hours, about 90 minutes, I should say. And 21,835. Dolby, we are working what bids again? 805s, I do believe. Are we working bids?
Yeah, we are. 800s to 820s. 1 every 5 points. So 5 all day.
5, 10,
I
15,
don't know
20.
Yep, exactly right. I don't know if we're going to get filled, but we'll see. We're doing a really good job of stair stepping higher. So that is good for bulls. Good for bulls. We're not getting a super heavy rejection off of the 900s. So that's kind of why I was intrigued to see if